surprised the Smithsonian hasn't called one of these for its archives. At age 5, I composed my earliest writings from the front seat of my grandpa's car. I was literally driven to the field of journalism by my maternal grandparents, who both worked for the long-defunct Cleveland Press. I never made the connection between my childhood correspondence and my chosen career until I spent a few days with Papa last month, and together we sifted through dozens of letters that I'd written to Grandma. Grandma and Papa, photographed with my first camera. I wrote the notes when I was in kindergarten, and Grandpa would pick me up every day after school. And in the era before Game Boy and PSP, when fetuses didn't text in utero, Grandma left a pad of paper and a pencil for me on the front seat to help pass the time. Whereas other 5-year-old girls might have used it for doodling or scribbling the names of boys, I decided its purpose would be to publish daily reports on Papa's behavior, generosity with car amenities, and what I perceived to be his scandalous affair with a neighborhood jogger. It's no wonder I grew up to work in a tabloid. There were stories to scoop, and I needn't look beyond the dashboard to find them. Grandma, Papa is not giving me heat. Jessica. If it wasn't the climate of the car that had me rallying for revolution, then it was the sound of Papa's singing. An apparent affront to my young ears as he chirped along to the older than oldies AM station. I didn't want him to sing to me, but he did. 1, blue sky. 2, getting to know you. 3, some enchanted evening. Like most goofy grandpas, his most favorite pastime was playfully stealing kisses and tickles. But unlike most grandchildren, I tallied his every touch, seizing any and all opportunities to tattle. Papa touched me 3,000 times. To Grandma from Jessica. Papa tickled me 8,000 times. Jessica. I may have been prone to hyperbole from a young age. As Grandma's self-appointed spy, I saw it as my duty to keep constant tabs on Grandpa's every single move. Always on my radar was this local female jogger who just happened to zip by every day during his watch. And he referred to her as the lady friend, which at the time I was pretty sure was code for man-stealing harpy bimbo. The lady friend smiled and waved to Papa. Jessica. The lady friend waved and smiled to Papa. Jessica. The lady friend waved and smiled at Papa. Boo! Jessica. My novice nose for news could smell a scandal. Papa Schnoz, meanwhile, it was hot on the scent of something else. He was a very bad, bad boy. He sniffed me. The lady friend became the sole focus of a continuing investigative series. Papa said you were ugly, Jessica. And Papa said his lady friend was pretty. Boo! No, he didn't. Now, Papa must have sensed that I was catching on to what was going on, because every so often he would forget to pass along the notes to Grandma, or he would conveniently misplace the pad of paper. It spurred me to launch a fierce letter-writing campaign to protect my First Amendment rights to free speech and to press. Papa stole the pad of paper. Jessica. He forgot to give you the notes yesterday. Sincerely, Jessica. He so messed with the wrong kindergartner. Even veteran reporters, however, sometimes they come up short for stories. A source clams up, a lead doesn't pan out, you suffer insomnia during nap time at school, and you're sleepy. I was no exception. But I soldiered on, and I still made deadline. He is not doing anything at all. Among nearly 100 notes, I could find only one praising Papa. Papa was a very good boy, Jessica. And I suspect my generous mood mostly had to do with my decoder magic marker. After flipping through the notes, Papa queried,
"You want to take those home with you, little doggy?"
He's asked before, but I always decline. He'll be mine someday, but for now, I like that they're there keeping him company. When he's missing Grandma, he needn't look farther than his top dresser drawer to share in her joy. She passed away when I was a freshman in college, before I landed my first journalism job, but I like to think that she knew I was destined for journalism, considering the way I effortlessly blew the lid off of Lady Friend Gate. For keeping me well-stocked in writing supplies in my youth, and for the encouragement and so much more, I wish I could thank her 7,000 times.